Hello everyone, my name is Mario or Face Jebasu, as most of you may or may not know me, and welcome to my 7K Q&A video that I decided to make. I basically asked people to give me questions on Twitter, and yeah, I've got some questions to answer, so let's go. First question comes from Oscar, and he asks, what is your best tip for editors that are wanting to grow and improve in the community? Well, experiment, try new things, be patient, accept feedback, and take on projects that you can think you can handle. Don't overwhelm yourself, because that's just gonna give you a bad rap if you can't deliver. Next question comes from Lucas, and he asks, do you like corgis? And fuck yeah, man, I absolutely love corgis. I think they're adorable, like they're the best dogs. Just, yeah, I love corgis. Third question comes from Patrick, and he asks, favorite type of melon and also favorite counterpart song. Well, my favorite type of melon would be watermelon, and counterpart song, like my favorite one, like shit man, like they're all great, but I think Reflection is the best one. It's my favorite because it's just full of emotion. It's really good. Next question comes from Devil Garth, and he asks, what's your favorite edit from another editor and from yourself? From another editor, probably be Suspension of Disbelief by Katha. That's like such a cliche answer, but it's true because it's timeless and it's amazing. And from myself, it'd probably be Neglection, because I put a lot of work into that one, so Neglection. Divine the Editor asks, what do you like to see in edits? Well, I like seeing new things, but especially I like seeing good flow, essentially good pacing, and like good atmosphere and colors and stuff like that, because that's what sucks you in first. And I already answered the second part. John asks, how does one become a goth boy? First step, play a lot of Counter-Strike. Second of all, make a lot of memes. Third of all, just goth a lot. It's disgusting. It's disgusting, really. Next question comes from Godot, and he smells, by the way. He says, who would win, a silverback gorilla or a grizzly bear? I'm guessing he means like in a fight instead of like a bowling match. I'd say a grizzly bear, because grizzly bears are just more epic and more badass. So yeah, a grizzly bear. Flex asks, on a scale from 0 to 10, how much pain do you think you're giving me and Lux Films by not noticing us? I think like a solid 5 would be a good number, like it's down in the middle. Gallium B asks, celebrity crush? I don't know really, I don't get too crazy over that stuff, but I think Emma Stone is extremely cute, so yeah, Emma Stone. Solely Crusher asks, how did you feel when you got into phase? I felt really happy, I was excited, I was shaking, and I couldn't sleep that night, yes. Myth Yepka asks, have you ever had thoughts on quitting? No, not really. Like there were times when I felt unmotivated and didn't feel like doing anything, but I never actually felt like stopping editing entirely. Tariq has a bunch of questions. Modric or Rakitic? I love them both, but Modric, because I think he's done a bit more for the national team. First distinct memory as a human being, probably like me hitting my forehead on a doorknob when I was like 3 or 4. I still have a scar on my forehead, you can kinda see it, but yeah. And if I could change one law in Croatia, what would it be? I don't know, man, I don't really think about that stuff. Like, I'm not really interested in politics, but probably legalize marijuana for all those 420 phasers. Harris asks, do you plan on taking editing to the next level, as in maybe studying it and going into film editing, etc., or just as a hobby? Well, maybe not like editing per se, because that word has kind of skewed since its original meaning, but I would definitely love to like end up working and utilizing what I've learned so far and expanding on that. Shrimpy asks, any other hobbies other than editing? Mostly photography and like hanging out and watching films. That's really, I like movies and films. Panfan asks, you like some of the releases of this year so far? Any album recommendation? Yes, I think this has been a great year for music so far, and it's gonna get even better, I think. The top releases I liked this year are like obviously Brainwashed by While She Sleeps, Disobedient by Stick to Your Guns, Old Souls by Make Them Suffer, Tragedy Will Find Us by Counterparts, Professional Rapper by Lil Dicky, Fortitude by Feed Her to the Sharks, the new Bring Me the Horizon album is cool, and new Knucklepuck album is really good as well. Nath asks favorite bands. Well, I love a lot of bands, and I can't just simply like narrow it to one or two, so Counterparts, While She Sleeps, Stick to Your Guns, Breakdown of Sanity, Suicide Silence, Make Them Suffer, Comeback Kid, Era, Parkway Drive, August Burns Red, Architects. I think those are pretty much it. Maddie asks, do you wish FaZe used the music you actually listen to? Well, kind of weird question because I don't use music I don't listen to. Like, I don't use music in my edits that I don't actually enjoy. Of course, I would prefer like using something heavier sometimes, but it's not always the case, so yeah. Steve Ethaniel asks, last horror film you watched? Fuck man, I don't remember. Like, I don't like horror movies, I just don't like being scared. Probably like some Friday the 13th remake or like one of the newer ones, I don't know, on TV like a few years back. Robot asks, what made you get into console editing? My friends. I was really stubborn before, like I wouldn't touch anything except PC. I don't know, I just didn't like, I was afraid to try something new. But former FaZe Zero and FaZe Fix have really like pushed me into trying console. So yeah, thank you FaZe Fix and FaZe Zero, now Gov Boys. Paradox Noob asks, fuck, marry, kill, Rain, Banks and Scarce. I'd probably kill Scarce because he's no longer my leader, so yeah, sorry Scarce. I would probably marry Rain because he seems like he could support me, he seems like he'd be a good partner in life. Like, he doesn't drink or smoke or anything, he could take care of me. And I would fuck Banks because he seems like he'd be more up for like that one night stand thing, like he wouldn't get emotionally damaged after that, I think. Requine Jacob asks, which are the top 5 best editing teams in your opinion? Probably Relative Minds, Van X Art, Requine, Fractured and Denketsu, but it's totally subjective, so don't take that as fact. Saturn asks, would you wear a FaZe school bag to school if I bought you one? Fuck yeah, I would. If you buy me one, I will make a video wearing it to school, and yeah, I will DM you my address. Andreas/Fuse asks, how much do you work to improve yourself? Well, I think I work a bit on it, but not as much as I could. Like, I try to learn something new every day, and it's not just editing or photography or something else, but like I just like learning random things and facts and stuff like that. So Nightmare asks, I see a lot of the noble hardcore editors get big then disappear. Do you still plan to do hardcore edits every once in a while? Yeah, definitely. I love doing quote-unquote hardcore edits, but I think a lot of people disappear because they stick to it and they don't try something new and try to kind of innovate, so it just gets stale and boring for them. Dan Edits asks, how old were you when you started editing? Like 12 or 13? Fuck man, I was young. Maggis asks, what is your typical day? It's pretty simple. I don't go to school or college at the moment, so I don't have an occupation. I have somewhere to be every single day, but I wake up around 8 or 9, make breakfast, get coffee, I run errands for myself or my parents, I help around the house, I edit, I go to the gym afternoon, come home, hang around with friends, go to sleep by like 12 because I like having my sleeping schedule good, and yeah, that's pretty much it, just simple stuff. Anthony asks, where did the name Jebasu originate? Well, that's like a really good question because it actually originated in me playing World of Warcraft in like 2005 or 2006. I needed a character name for a human rogue and I just came up with it on the spot in like 2 minutes and I just stuck with it ever since. So Milno has a bunch of questions. First of all, if FaZe Clan invited you to the FaZe Clan house in New York, would you go? I absolutely would. I like traveling and they seem like cool people. Do you have any pets? No, I don't. I wish I did, but unfortunately I don't. And do I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? No, not at the moment. Nobunaga asks, what happened to Pink Bunny? She just kinda lost interest in Call of Duty. We still talk from every now and then, we're still good friends. She plays a lot of Dota 2 now, I think. Yeah, I think that's the game. Senzi asks, hentai and chill. I don't really like hentai, but I would definitely love to chill with you, Senzi, so chill. Steven/Obey Never asks, I got one for us. What's your favorite breakdown to listen to? One that makes you grin with delight. Oh shit man, that's like a really tough question. I don't know, I don't think much about breakdowns. Probably like something hardcore, like Stick to Your Guns or something. That's something that like works with lyrics. I don't know, I'll get back to you. once I know the definite answer. Sasso asks, what's your ideal date? Take a girl out to like a drink, then like to a movie, then like we can get something to eat and just talk. I prefer that over like fancy things, I think. Chris or Vis asks, Karlovačko or Slivovica? I don't drink a lot, but when I do I prefer hard liquor, so probably Slivovica, even though I don't drink a lot. Emperor Wolfbound asks, congrats on 7k. Thank you, man. And what are you hoping to do as a career in the future, like photography / film or something completely different? Yeah, I would definitely love end up doing something in like video or film production. The last question for today comes from Mimic, and he asks, where do you see yourself editing wise in long / short term? Who inspires you? What other interests do you have? I'll keep editing as long as I enjoy it and as long as people are willing to watch me. I would definitely, as I said, end up doing something in video production or media, so yeah, that's like my career goal. Who inspires me? A lot of different editors inspire me, but also I try to draw inspiration from movies and music as well. And what other interests do I have? Well, photography, film, just chilling, yeah, like pretty standard stuff. And that brings us to the end of the Q&A video. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for 7k subscribers. It's a lot of people. It's really crazy. I never thought that I would get this far. And if you like seeing this, I can maybe do more of these, like random videos, just me rambling or answering questions. Yeah, and also if you made it by the end of the video, you can check out my Selfie store. I've put every single product on 70% off for like a few days. I'm probably gonna do that. So if you ever thought about buying something, now is probably the good time. You can get some stuff like extremely cheap, so definitely check that out. Again, thank you for watching and peace out.